It's 2026. What do you think should be the shift in mindset of SEOs?
I think we will approach the moment when we need to implement and orchestrate the agent who will help us scale in SEO operation. I mean, auditing, briefing, reporting, analyzing data, building a kind of AI brain, comparing performance and getting information from Google, but not only. Because as you see, the content right now is literally for free. If not free, it's super cheap. So it can differentiate the result in the long run. Also, AI agents, AI search, AI synthesis is decreasing the traffic we can get, but we have the technology that can play each other, like put in a loop their agent, I mean AI synthesis agent, AI search, whatever you name it, and our agent who can communicate and optimize on sort of autopilot, or if not autopilot, much faster and more effective. If we decrease in traffic, we need to speed up and scale faster to be on, if not on top, on zero, or just survive in the next a couple of years. So there will be this sort of moment. I think it's more like 6 months, maybe 12 in maximum. So we will reach this moment, because the thing is that AI synthesis or AI search, AI overview in general, I mean, they are backed up by large language models. We have large language model, and actually we have the same. Even yesterday, Google stated that they will use Gemini 3.5 for all AI synthesis, all AI mode, all AI mode. So we have the same model. It could be great to talk to each other, or use same tech to optimize, because
Right.
it's
Yeah.
this is the thing.
Every time I open social media, someone is promoting their own skill, AI agents, this and that. You must have seen people making their own agents, AI skills. But what do you think is a common feature that a lot of skills, a lot of agents are missing, especially if you're an SEO? The most common thing that you need to implement in your agents.
Okay, so the thing is that all AI agents, or all AI skills, especially for Claude, Code, Codex, whatever you name it, are just a layer that describe the function for large language model in some way. And as we know, large language models are probabilistic.
Yeah.
So even if we have same skill, tomorrow you can get different answers. And even lastly, the community saw the decrease in capacity of Opus model, because Anthropic was predicted, or they forecasted to grow 10 times year by year. And actually they grown 80 times year to year. They don't have enough inference and compute to reach the demand, or deliver high demand for their model. So they decrease the cognitive or reasoning capabilities of the model. If the skill is just describing to model what it had to do for you, and in time it can decrease or rise the capability, you will get different answer, even for same question. Based on nature and the model situation and capacity needed. So we need to introduce also the layer of deterministic, like using Python script. If you generate skill for your Claude code, for example, to perform some sort of information density analysis, it's also a good idea to use some sort of Python script inside of your skill, because Python will be same each time, every time. So probably you will get same result time. So I also stated in my keynote speech on this conference that it's good to measure the quality of your output and observe what's going on, because as I mentioned, the reasoning capabilities will fluctuate. And if you build your skill with this Python layer, good quality skills and sub-agents and everything, and you have your knowledge base, or you have your repository with historical data and some other stuff, you will be safe, because there will be brand new model. Even it's possible tomorrow. The pace of improvement of model is super fantastic this year. You need to implement this deterministic layer, so even if the model will be better, you can get just better result, not fluctuate the result that, or deliverables that models gave you.
What do you think should be the most important concern or pointer that brands should cover if they are serious about improving their probability in LLM rankings?
For brand?
Yeah, brands or any site.
Search demand for the brand name, user signals, and realize that, of course, we use SEO, not SEO, but we are using AI for content improvement or growing the traffic in general. But the real name of the game is to grow the user satisfaction and grow the amount of positive signals, and it will always work. And for sure, brand is your mode, positive signals is on your mode, fulfilling user intent is your mode. And using AI these days is super easy to build even better functionality on our website. I don't know, calculator, comparison website, and stuff that will allow people to make better decisions and some sort of action on your website. Because the thing is that there's a lot of answers in ChatGPT these days. There's a lot of this unlimited number of answers, and literally we can ask about anything, and in 2026 we will get proper answer in most cases. So you need to build your website for people, not only for reading, but also to do some sort of, I don't know, action, transaction, mail sign up. And also please remember about your branding, your brand search, and overall quality signals, not only based on content, which is good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, signal of your user that they don't bounce back to Google, and other signals you need to measure and make sure that your user are satisfied.
Got it. There's been a lot of talk from people, a lot of experts, and something that we've also been, testing and trying, and that's that you need to build a lot of consensus for your brand, positive consensus on third-party sites to be able to show up in LLM results. What's your take on that?
There is a huge research. It was a student of Harvard University, and he went for his internship to Google, and he was in the Google search department or something like that. And he then wrote the document. The name is something like Text Truth Summarization. And he stated that if Google and if generative search in general will find the intent place, same information, same answer, same way, tone of voice, same, perspective, it treated as a true. Your business doesn't end with your .com. So if you are writing about your product, your business on your domain in a specific way, your goal is to publish and write same information around, LinkedIn and all systems, which is good for information retrieval, plus guest post, mention, citation with same information. So this truthful summarization algorithm will build consensus based on not only your website, but also surrounding. And let me give you an example. We are in Zakopane. Probably if I will ask 10 person here or 20 person, which is the best kebab in Zakopane, and 11 will say that this place, I will go to this place with this consensus.
Do you think where LLMs are smart enough to understand variations of a truth? For example, we are in Zakopane, and we say that Zakopane is the best place for skiing. And that's mentioned on one website, or on the other website, similar thing, but they say Zakopane is good for snowboarding. And the third place say Zakopane is good for winter vacation. Similar thing, but slight variations. Does that create discrepancy, or does it still help?
It still helps, and I think the models are better in time. And I saw the research, but it could be outdated because 1 year in AI world is like 100 years in different industries. But the research stated that models with no data hallucinate in 36 to 40% times. With proper that we feed to AI, they hallucinate as, let's take Gemini Free Flash as a representation. It hallucinates only with 0.2% times. So the LLMs are only the layer of processing data. The magic happens with the ranking algorithms and stuff that feed. So LLMs are much better in time from this perspective. And as from, for example, Google perspective, they paid billions of dollars for the last 20 years for the sort of pre-selecting algorithms. So it is how it is. I'm not sure about the ChatGPT because they can't pay as much for this algorithm quality and stuff. But if they use Google, maybe Google does it for them. If they use Bing, they have also good. Sometimes in ChatGPT, it gives you options. in this website is but also is recommended if there's a lot of perspective, they list the perspective.
Right. So adding to that, how these LLMs are pulling their results, is there any extra weightage or importance to being present in the training data versus being present in top rankings when these LLMs are doing live retrieval? Or is it equal?
2 or 3 days ago, Google introduced the Gemini 3.5 Flash, and we are here in 21st or 22nd of May 2026. Their data cutoff is 1st January 2025. So for sure, it's a great idea to be present in training data, but it's a long run game, a long time game, because all models these days has data cutoff 1 year ago or more. So for sure, great idea, but it will work for you in next 2 years. But they use, as even Stephen Burns in his from Common Pro in his presentation stated, they use before the data cutoff directly from model, but also brand new knowledge from information retrieval system index and so on. But please also think about it from this angle. Large language models these days are not about knowledge. They benchmark mostly about logical function, logical answer. In general, logical machines instead of machine which knows everything.
Have you come across any instances where a brand that was probably used in the training data 2 or 3 years ago, it recently got hit by a Google update or some update? So organically, it has lost its traffic, but it's still being surfaced in these LLM results.
Actually, it's a great question, a great thing to research. I don't have the answer for this because I don't have the data, but the whole idea that they cut you from Google, but you are still present in a search is super interesting.
HubSpot is behaving in similar ways where it's losing a lot of traffic. In fact, Nathan Gotch highlighted this in our mastermind that HubSpot organically was not doing that great in Google, but for anything related to CRMs across GPT, Claude, it still comes up as the top recommendation.
Oh, because also a large language model, they have primary bias. Primary bias means if you ask what is the best cold drink for summer, in most case scenario, the answer will be Coca-Cola or Sprite. And if you ask the question, what is the best CRM in the world, probably only because this primary selection and primary bias, they select HubSpot, but it's only for the biggest brand, I guess.
Would you suggest the ultimate end goal should be that you build your brand in a way that you become the primary bias in the long run?
But it's a long run game.
It's a long run.
I think it's also the game from the US market in most cases, as Stephen Burns in his presentation stated, US or English content in general, 42.5% of overall training data in the world. So for them, for sure, it's the name of the game. For Polish brands or for companies in smaller countries, we will see in the future how it will work, actually. But it's a good idea to publish information about your brand in English, so we will be in the biggest language training corpus.
Have you come across black hat or gray hat strategies being used by others for manipulating or influencing LLM results?
I'm not playing with black hat these days, but I heard kind of interesting thing. I never tested, but for me it was kind of interesting. If someone is asking for your brand in ChatGPT or your domain in some way, it can send more crawlers to your website, and then if you optimize your content or you will do clocking in some way, you can appear more in ChatGPT search. It's about the sort of brand or domain needs. I don't have a proof, but it sounds kind of logic that they measure the demand for something and then trying to build consensus around demand. Sounds for me kind of like something logic, but I just heard about it, never tested.
Thank you so much, Robert. Thank you for your time. I appreciate that.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.